guys, you know that I could not leave you without showing you how this particular towel will be presented. And so this is just one of many ideas that you could use to present your towels or even blankets. This works for blankets as well to your customer or to the recipient if you are giving it as a gift. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get a marking tool. That could be a pen, a pencil, a marker, whatever it is. You want to get a cutting tool. I am using a box cutter. I find that it cuts more clean lines opposed to scissors, and I'm using a piece of cardboard. Now this cardboard just came from one of the UPS boxes. You want to make sure that it's clean and it doesn't have any kind of markings on it or stickers, and it doesn't have your address on it. Okay, and so set your towel aside and now cut all the lines. You're going to take your marking tool and just kind of square out to the area where you want to cut away the excess box to make it nice and straight. Okay, so I just used a book to line up, and then I took a marker and I just made some clean lines. So now I'm going to cut around or on top of those clean lines so the board will be more straight on each side. Okay, so the cardboard is cut to the size that I want it to be. The towel is folded in half with the embroidery side right side down. That means that the part that or the area that have no embroidery is right side up. And I have pinned the towel in place with 3 safety pins. 1, 2, and 3. And the reason being is because with just tape alone, it will not work. We need more than just tape to support what we are trying to achieve here. And so I'm going to offset the cardboard by not centering it. So that means that you see how this is a small area of towel and then the other part has more. So you'll see why we need to do that. Remember, I have upgraded this order, and because I've upgraded it, the presentation is going to be a little bit differently. The first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the top and I'm going to fold it. I'm going to pull it taut. Not tight, but taut. And then I am going to tape it across like so. Okay, so I have added tape across here and I've added some tape across here. So what I did was I pushed the box up a little bit more, but once again, I've added tape here and I've added tape here. That is just so the body of the display here for this towel will be structured. Next, I'm going to take the shortest part of the folded side and I'm going to just fold it inwards like so. I'm going to pull it taut and then I'm going to use a safety pin to pin this in place. Okay, so I have added a safety pin here and I've added some tape here. So far, so good. What I want to do now is just check the placement of the front before I put the final side down. I'm just going to flip it over just to see how much space I have left. Okay, and the placement of the Katie, I really like it. And so I'm going to go back to the back side of it and flip this part over like so. But I'm going to tuck the edges. Please bear with me. I am doing this with one hand and I'm holding my cell phone, but I will show you each step of the way. Okay, so I am going to fold this in like so. So that means that I'm going to tuck this in. So it's going to be like this. So it's not going to have an open edge. It's going to be more so tucked like this and then pulled over. Okay, so the back is secured with the safety pins. And I know that some of you may be cringing right now, but believe me, this works and I never have any complaints, okay? And so we're not done yet. I just want to test the first side, the front side of it. And I need this area, the space, this area. So I need it to be not centered, okay? And so you see how sometimes the hairs come through. This is why we need a water-soluble stabilizer, because otherwise it would be coming through the personalization. Anyhow, we are going to be covering this, but I just want you to see how I was able to turn it from right side to back side in front of you guys without it falling apart. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to shake it, do whatever you need to do as long as it does not fall apart while it is still in your possession. I almost forgot to turn my camera on. Okay, so I got a wide piece of ribbon, and this ribbon is going to go over like so. However, I'm going to insert it, and I've already taped it. So I'll put couple of strips of tape inside here, and I'm going to just bring it over, taut, and we're going to secure it down a little bit more, but like so. And then I'm going to tuck it in here and tape it inside. So we're going to make sure that those pins are covered. Okay, and so I have fixed the ribbon. I had the wrong color ribbon, and it's always good to double check. One of the things I do want to point out is that this is actually starting to flatten a little bit because this is rolled over and 2 and 3 times. So what we're going to do is we're going to stuff this area with some tissue paper. Okay, so I have the tissue paper, and I'm just going to slip it in there because I want it to all be even. So just going to slip it in there, and I'm going to have to use a couple of pieces. And I really like to stuff things like when something, the height or something is inconsistent, because tissue paper is so soft. You could really manipulate it to get it to what you want it to be, so this way it's not smushed down or falling apart. And this way it won't collapse on you. Okay, so now that we've taken care of that, and now it's nice and taut, we have to add the coordinating ribbon. I just have to decide if I want to use this width or if I want to use the thicker width. Okay, so what I've decided to do was to use the wider ribbon, so this way I can get the warning up here and my name. And so it's going to go like that. All right, and so this way it has the Kandia Haynesworth.com, plus it has the caution, and so for the safety pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some hot glue to the tips of these, because I can actually put it directly onto the orange ribbon. And so I'm not going to use a lot, and then I'm also going to allow it to cool as well. So just going to wait a couple of seconds. And then I'm just going to insert it. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm inserting it, but I'm going to hold it away from the towel, making sure that it doesn't touch. And because I allowed it to cool, it's not taking a long time. I'm just going to bring this around like so. See that? And then I'm going to cut a snip off and do the same thing on the other end. Like so. And I'm just going to add some glue here. Wait, I got all this stuff. So this way you can see what I'm doing. Oh, can you see? So I'm just going to add some glue here. And once again, I'm allowing it to cool. And then once it's cooled, I'm just going to insert it right there and allow it to dry. But I'm not going to allow it to touch the towel. All right, so it's almost cool. See that? So now I'm just going to put it in place. Okay, so now I'm going to add some cards, and the cards is in a packing slip. Just going to take off the back and just put it up against the ribbon, press it firmly on the towel, and then close it like so. Now the adhesive on the packing slips are very strong, because they are made to withstand, not withheld, but withstand the weather elements on boxes that may be outside. And so it is sticking really good. One thing I also like is that it's keeping this ribbon in place as well. Okay, so you see that looks professional. It doesn't look bad at all. All right, and so now we got to work toward the front. And now on the front, I left this space here because with the upgrade of her order, she will get a brush, a scrub brush. All right, and so the way this works is we are going to tape all the way around, adhering this in place. Okay, so I have the brush taped to the towel, so the tape goes all the way around, all the way to the back, and now I'm just going to cover it with this wide, thick ribbon, and I'm only going to allow the last 2 layers of the ribbon to be. Okay, so far so good. So here's the next thing. Now that we have it secured, I'm going to add some more tape here, and you'll see why. You won't be able to see it. Now it's time to make the bow. And so I'm just going to make a simple bow by adding some glue to the middle and then folding the centers. And then I'm going to align it just like so with the white ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to add some more glue here. Okay, so I'm going to add some more glue to the center. And then I am going to add 2 pieces for the tail. I've already cut them, so I like to put them on an angle, like in a crisscross kind of thing, and then just allow that to dry. Okay, so we've added 2 little tails there. I haven't trimmed them yet. I now have to add white ribbon here just so it can all match together. But I want to play with it just to see where it's going to go. Remember that tape? We're going to cover that tape up with this big bow here. And so I'm just going to add some glue here, not on the tape here because I don't want it to melt. But I'm going to add some glue on the ribbon, and then I'm going to apply the ribbon here. Now I'm allowing the glue to set a little bit just to make it enough so it's just tacky, and then I'm going to set the ribbon there. But if you look at it closely, remember the tape is layered underneath there, and it is partially on the white ribbon and the orange ribbon, so it is not touching the towel at all. Okay, so the bow is on, and now I have to add this flower and just a little bit of greenery. But first, I want to snip the bud off of that, the little tail end, and I'm going to cover it with hot glue gun and allow it to sit because I don't want the flower to come apart on me. And then I may even insert a little bit of layers of glue in between the layers, or some glue in between the layers, just so it doesn't come apart. Okay, I am done, and this is the finished product, and I just want to say thank you for enduring this long video. I know that others have tutorials on YouTube in regards to embroidering on towels, but I wanted to show you my step-by-step process and even put it together for you. So now there is no guessing on what materials and supplies I use or one way of putting this together. Now, there are many ways that you can display a towel. This just happens to be one of my favorites because it's so easy. I mean, I know that it seemed like it took a long time in the video, but it really doesn't take a long time at all. If I was going to ship this, I would put it in a plastic bag and then put it in a box and then put some craft paper just to pad it at the bottom and at the top, and then I would ship it like so. But this is going to be hand delivered, and so I went to Dollar Tree and I actually got these bags, and I got a variety of these Christmas bags. They are absolutely adorable, and they have a lot of different varieties, and I bought a bunch of them, and this is perfect for this size kind of gift. I am just going to line that gift bag with some tissue paper and stick this right in, and so this is ready to give, and I absolutely love that. So it goes from my hand to the customer's hand to the recipient's hand, and it's all ready. The customer don't have to do absolutely nothing. The last thing I'm going to add though is a little tag here, just so it would have a to and from. And so they could actually either write it, or actually the bag actually has a tag too. I don't even know if it needs that, but it should have some way of saying who it's from. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not, please click and subscribe to my channel and even share this video as well. And If you want to know when I am uploading videos, simply hit that bell so you can be notified, because I have a bunch of videos that I need to upload by December 31st. So hopefully I can make that happen, but no pressure, no pressure. Other than that, you can find me on Facebook at Kandia@Haynesworth.com, and in the group Embroidery Boss, and in the group Dollar Tree Money Makers. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.